Is standard reliability still fun? Today we're going to find out when I review this 2026 base Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Coming in straight to the exterior features, the face of this car is surprisingly aggressive. It's got these nice and sharp headlights. We're coming in to a nice bar in the front. It is just a gloss black bar, unfortunately, but we do have some awesome fake aero down here. It could have been fog lights, but it's just fake aero. We have a pretty interesting front grille. It's not very orthodox at all. It's just a bunch of holes in the front. Tell me what you think about that in the comments below. We are looking at a very rugged hood. It looks very blocky, almost like off-roady, if you want to say that. We have it coming down almost from the front here all the way down. It's just a giant lump right here on the hood. Same thing on the other side. And we're looking at, of course, a bunch of plastic on the bottom because this is going to be a more off-roady kind of vehicle, or be something that's made to take a big hit. Taking you to the side of this RAV4, we have a lot going on. First, we have black plastic, black plastic, black plastic. This is going to be on the fender and the bottom of the car for rock chips, and on the window just because it saves some cost. This is a completely base spec for this RAV4. We're looking at gloss black on the mirror covers. We're looking at this blocky texture on the fender, which gives it that more of a squared off, blocky, rugged look, which is really good. And we also have this nice line that comes up from the bottom of the car, curves up this way, keeps going up over here, and then it comes into a second line, which I really like, which shoots off from this way. So it really gives you like a nice fluid finish on that side panel. It looks really, really good and clean. Coming back here, we have your gas tank. We have some more plastic, but really to design the car more than anything. And gloss black on your top rails to mount your kayaks and your storage and whatever the case may be. In terms of tires, we're looking at 235/60s with about an 18-inch rim, which looks really nice. And we're looking at this like space metallic dark gray finish, which looks really, really good. It very strongly fits this car. Coming into the rear of this RAV4, it is simple, and that isn't necessarily a bad thing for it. We are looking at some plastic coming into your spoiler, more plastic into your diffuser, which is okay. We are looking at a lot of gloss black on the back to introduce you to that nice and chrome RAV4 emblem right below your blacked out Toyota badge. You're getting a lot of lines coming down straight here, straight there, coming around the bottom. You can see it giving it that blocky look. It's just shooting for it really, really aggressively. Coming around this way, we're getting lines that are coming right down the car, right to the floor almost, to make it look like it has those sharp angles, because it does have those angles. And coming in again with the plastic. We have the plastic on the side, coming in from the window, which is outlined in it as well, coming around to the spoiler, giving it a very finished look, detailed in a good way. And they did a very good job utilizing this plastic to detail this car, given that the price of this car is around $40,000. Looking under the hood of this RAV4, we have a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder hybrid engine making 219 horsepower with around a 41 mile per gallon city and 30 mile per gallon highway. We also have an eCVT transmission, basically meaning that we have a transmission that allows the actual engine to work in tune with the hybrid motors on the front and rear of the car to allow for basically seamless, almost invisible shifting. So this trunk has a lot of space, thankfully. We're looking at a very large portion of room in this back trunk here. We're also looking at this retractable pull-in cover for all of your items right here. We also have really nicely a spare tire. The seats also fold down in this RAV4 to give you a lot more room in the trunk to fit essentially whatever you could possibly fit back here. Hey, so door panels. We're looking at plastic, and plastic, which is fine considering that your centerpiece here is made of a gray leather that kind of stretches down over here for your arm to rest on. So you're not putting your arm on just plastic. It is also leather. We're looking at a gray metallic finish on the door handle. It looks nice. We're also getting a very small amount of storage space down here on your door sill, which is not impressive, but you do have more storage here, which is literally your handle, but there is no exit. So you have space to put whatever you want to put here. And for your door panel, that's literally it. But it's simple and that's okay. I'm going to do this interior in under 45 seconds. Ready? Here we go. Center console, plastic. Two 15-watt USB-C chargers, ventilation with your controls, as well as your seat pockets over here. We have a pull down here for your cup holders. That's it. Bringing it back up. Seats are made of leather, not cloth, which is pretty good for this car. And we have carpet floors. That is literally it. Just to really give you an idea of how much extra room you have as compared to the back, you have your place for your water bottle here, as well as a whole ton more room here for whatever else you may want to have. You still have your handlebar storage over here, but besides that, you're basically looking at the exact same door with more room. In your passenger seat, we're looking at a fully manual adjustment system, as well as really cool embedded into the actual trim of the car. If you want to put your stuff down, you have a little insert right here to put whatever you need, and there it is. In the driver's side of this RAV4, you have simplicity in its purest form. You have a bare bone steering wheel. You have no heated steering, no fancy leather. It is manually adjustable. You have your cruise control, your music control, your voice assistant. Behind that, you have your digital dash showing you miles per hour, speed limit, fuel consumption, drive mode, cruise control. That's about it. On the right, you have your infotainment, which supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, with a fully customizable home screen, allowing you to choose where to put your drive mode tab, music tab, weather tab, contacts tab, and navigation tab. Below that, you have two phone pads. Only one of these phone pads is wireless charging. The other one is just there for show. Below that, you have some extra space. On the left, you have your drive modes to cycle you through your normal mode, your eco mode with your fuel consumption reduced, your sport mode with your enhanced throttle response time, your custom mode, and back to normal. Below that, you have your EV mode to put it in full EV because it is a hybrid. On the opposite side, you have your limited slip diff and traction control on and off if you want to have that extra tire spin in mud, snow, dirt, whatever the case may be. Below that, you have your two 45-watt USB-C charging ports, and you have your shifter, your parking brake, and hold. Now, this RAV4, I think all of them have this. If you put it into drive and put it to the left, you're now in sequential mode. But because this car has an eCVT transmission, there is not really anything to shift through. So it does give you simulated shifts. That being said, like, it's just there to be there. No one's really going to use it. But I guess if you really want to, it could give it a little bit more of a sporty feel. And in terms of the interior on the driver's side, that's about it. Okay, now we're going to take this car for a little drive to see how it performs, as well as, oh, that's a pretty big hole in the road. I guess we're also going to see how it takes a hole in the road. Let's go. Not bad. Not bad at all. So right now we have the car in sport mode. Obviously, we want to see how it performs in sport. even though this is just a RAV4, I am curious to see how this whole simulated shifting thing works out. We're gonna start at 0 and let's go for it. Oh, wait. Okay, now we're in sequential 1. Okay, now let's go for it. Whoa. I mean, I can't even say it's all right. It's mid. It is mid at best. However, when I was going from sequential 1 to 2, I did kind of feel the back tires spin. I kind of heard some rubber, which is interesting, but you don't know when to shift because everything sounds the same. You cannot tell when you're hitting high RPMs off noise. And even the dash doesn't tell you at all if there's even RPMs at all. So it's just nothing. I feel like I'm shifting nothing. And also, if you shift too late, or if like you stay in one gear for too long and you go too fast, you will have the car shift for you, which is stupid. It kind of feels like I'm just driving a glorified automatic, which is what it is. I can't even argue with that. That's literally what it is. So on the performance stance, this car is absolute garbage. However, this car is good at everything else. It handled that hole. It wasn't even like a hole. It was more like just a lot of little holes in the road and just like curving up and down. And it took it really, really well. And also, it just drives smooth. It doesn't drive sporty, but it definitely does the smooth part perfectly. So that is the driving experience of the Toyota RAV4. So, is the RAV4 fun reliability? I'm not gonna lie, no it's not. It's not fun at all. It's not fast. It doesn't push. The sequential mode is fake on all means, not fun at all. But the reliability part definitely checks all the marks. You get all your space, all your convenience. You have amazing fuel consumption for a pretty reasonable price. So let me know, would you choose this to be your daily driver for an affordable price? That's about it for me. This is Twin Turbo Car Reviews. I'm Ryan, and I'm also out.